So you got your first crochet project done and you've come to the end, and the directions say to break off the yarn, or they don't tell you anything to do next, and you're wondering, okay, how do I break off my yarn and secure it? So this is how I do it. There are several different ways. Number one, you can make a chain, pull your loop up about 3 inches, and simply cut the loop, pull your working yarn out, and then you pull that up tight. That's one way of breaking off your yarn, and that'll leave like a little knot there to secure it. And then you just take your yarn needle when you're finished. This is a way to thread a yarn needle, is you fold the tail over the needle, slide it out, and push the folded end through the eye. That's how you thread a yarn needle. And I've showed on other videos, I like to run my needle up under 3 or 4 stitches, one direction. Okay, and then I'll go down to the next row and run it under 3 or 4 stitches the other direction. And don't pull it so tight that it gathers, you want to keep it loose. And that's how you end off in rows. Now, suppose you were working in the round and you finished your circle, and you've come up to the end. Okay, if this is the very top edge of your circle, see how these little V's are shaped? Well, you want to kind of make that a continuing line of V's. So instead of joining right here, what I would do is, I've already cut my yarn on this end. I'm going to cut a little bit. Cut it and leave a few inches. I have like about 6 inches here. Okay, and just pull that loop all the way through. Okay, you're not finished yet. Then thread your yarn needle. Okay, and now what we're going to do is create a V that will connect this one to this one. So we go back to front under the 2 loops of your first stitch. Okay, let me get that tail all the way through. Okay, now see where this is coming out? I'm going to go back down through there and pull through. You pull it up and you make it the same size as the other V's across the row. Now to secure it, I'll go underneath the top chain of my turning chain, just like that. And then you can go turn it around, go in the back, and run your yarn underneath your stitches. Just like we did for the single crochet. I like to go in 2 directions. You want to make sure that there's still some stretch there. And then bring it down to the row below it. And I'd like to follow where there's a line of yarn, follow it through. And just go across this way and then maybe back up through here. And then trim your yarn close to your work. And there you can hardly tell. This is the turning chain. Looking at the edge, you can't tell where your stitch was, where you finished it off. And those are 2 ways of doing it. Another time you could slip stitch like you did on previous rows. I cover that on making the flat circle. And then you can pull it up like I did on the square and draw your ends through, but you'll have a little knot on the edge of your fabric, and this avoids the knot. So I hope this helps you, and if you have any more questions, feel free to ask, and happy crocheting!